homie.
What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man with cold and flu symptoms today, so I'll try not to cough in your ear. But I wanted to bring you the results thus far on Europe's Strongest Man 2022. So first, the walkouts. Aether Melsen came out first. Perhaps this is seeding based. I had predicted him in the bottom half. I don't know if they had seeded him that way as well. Kelvin de Ruyter came out second. Shane Flowers came out third. Pavlo Cordiaca came out fourth, looking, very calm and confident. Gavin Bilton came out fifth. He was super hyped up, like really excited. Ivar Schmuckstelis came out sixth, arms up, holding the flag, looking very happy to be here. He's always a happy guy and great to watch him compete. Marius Lalas came out seventh. He looks stern in all business, and we'll see how that plays out in the events. Then we had Rauno Heinla, who came out eighth. He seemed very focused and pensive, like a lot is going on in his head. So we'll see how that plays out in these events as well. Constantijn Gensch walked out ninth, pumping his fist, looking big and ready. And I got to say something about Constantijn. He's 6'5", but his girth is so big, like he doesn't look like he's 6'5" until you see him standing next to other people of given heights. But like he's so big, like you think somebody that tall is skinnier, or not as gigantic muscularly. But it's funny, like he is indeed that big. So Bobby Thompson came out 10th, a guest lifter just for the max log. He was very animated, beating his chest. Iron Bibi came out 11th, also a guest lifter just for the max log, and he was looking very focused. Powerdwyer came out 12th, very animated as he typically is. Alexei Novikov of Ukraine came out 13th, looking calm and very appreciative to the crowd, so not like crazy animated, but just very appreciative to the crowd for this opportunity to be there. Luke Stoltman comes out last, and as I said in my notes, I love the order of the walkouts. Luke came out last after the special guest, as he should, as the defending European champion, even though this is also the log lift challenge, which the record is held by Iron Bibi. Luke, as the Europe's Strongest Man winner last year, should come out last year, and he did, so I love that order. So let's get into the max log and see how that all played out. So starting off at the bottom of the performance, we had Powerdwyer unfortunately zeroed the log. He went 9th in the order at the opening weight of 170 kilos. Yes, that's right. The opening weight was 170 kilograms. And I think they did that at, maybe it was the Strongman Classic last year where a bunch of guys zeroed it at Giants Live. So I'm a little surprised they started at that weight again. Like I would have expected a 160, but I had heard leading up to this show that it was going to be 170. It's just a little surprising because people zeroed again. And it's like, you don't want to see that. So he tried the split jerk on this, but a no-go. He looked a little bit dizzy after that first attempt, but did try another clean and press attempt, but didn't go up very far. Ivar Schmuckstelis also zeroed the max log, going 5th in the order at 170. He was smooth, but slightly labored on the clean, and then 2 press attempts didn't go up very much at all. He was using a minimal dip, so I don't know if that's his typical technique or he was feeling something specific. He went for that second clean and press, but no dice. 0 also to Rauno Heinla on the max log, so he went 7th in the order. Again, the weight is 170 kilograms. He was coughing a lot before his attempt, like me today. 2 clean and press attempts. Second one made it to the top of his head, but couldn't lock it out, couldn't get it up any further than that. 0 also for Kelvin de Ruyter, so he went first in the order at 170 kilogram opener. Clean in 2 press attempts, but having balance issues and just could not get it. And then we have the first person who did not zero, and that's Gavin Bilton. So he went 6th in the order at the opening weight of 170 kilograms. Very, very close on the lockout, but didn't get a signal. I mean, very close. And he seemed upset with the judge, who is Magnus Vermagnuson. Not like crazily upset, but like, what are you doing here? Because, dare I say, his lockout was the same as Iron Bibi's record setter last year, where he did get the successful call. So, anyway, then he goes again 15th in the order, so now I'm confused because I thought he didn't get the call, but apparently he did get it. Perhaps he was just upset that he was made to do it twice and waste more energy instead of once. So he did go again, meaning he got the successful lift at 170, went 15th in the order, and he had the best fight at the top so far, but can't quite get it. And as Kaz says, his delts are failing and the triceps kicking in. So always interesting to get that insight coming from such legendary strongmen. 6.5 points get split with Marius Lalas, who went 3rd in the order at that 170 kilogram opener. Smooth and no issues with the press. This pace that he did was very fast. And also the pace of the overall show is very fast. Like athlete after athlete's going very, very quickly here. So that's always nice to see. From a fan's perspective. From their perspective, they probably could use a little more rest, but fast-paced show so far. He went 13th in the order at 185 kilograms. The clean was fine, but not enough shoulder power to get much at all on the press. Bows out after the single try. 170 kilograms also for Shane Flowers at 6.5 points as well. So he went 4th in the order. A little extra effort on the lockout. He was leaning way back, but brings the upper body and head forward for the lockout very nicely. He went 14th in the order again when they were up to 185 kilograms. The same bending back technique, but he only gets around halfway pressed on his only try, and that was it. So he'll get credit for 170 kilograms. 6.5 points also goes to Constantijn Gensch, who some people thought would win this event. Would come in second to Luke Stoltman in this event, I should clarify. But he only gets the 170, so he went 10th in the order at 170. By far the easiest lift I had seen so far, although he came down before the down signal, so Magnus made him do it again, and it was almost just as easy the second time, so I thought, this guy's got plenty left in the tank. That was super easy. Then he went 17th in the order at 185. He took one step while he was pressing and struggling to lock it out, which was super surprising given how easy the 170 was for him. He could not get the 185, so crazy. Kaz starts making the point that the silverback grip shirt is helping guys with the clean and making their cleans look really easy, but then they really have to rely on their shoulder and tricep power for the pressing, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but Gensch definitely did not perform as well at this event as many people thought he would. Aether Melsen went 8th in the order at the 170 kilogram opening weight. He was making, for those of you who are WWE fans, remember the Berserker, who was also a Viking? His character was a Viking. He used to go, huff, huff. And I guess that's a real Viking thing because Aether was doing it before his lift to kind of get himself psyched up. He sat with it for a while, so he got into the seated position, sat for a while, then a fast, clean, and very nice press, overpowering any potential sticking point. He goes 16th again in the order at 185 kilograms. Just in the millisecond you think he's going to stick, like you see the stick coming and he powers right through it, so doing very, very well there. Then he goes 22nd in the order at 200 kilograms, only a few inches on the press after Berserker psyching again, but gets credit for 185. 10 points go to Aether Melsen. Pablo Cordiaca went 2nd in the order at the 170 kilogram opening weight. He had to fight, but he got it. Then he went, again, 12th in the order at the 185. Explosive, coordinated push jerk, like Olympic-style push jerk there. Then looks around at the crowd while he has it up there, so doing very well for Pablo. Then he goes 21st at the order at 200 kilograms. Got it a lot of the way up after an easy clean, but dumped it behind him. Crazy enough, he had enough determination to try again, but his legs wouldn't cooperate. Like, he kind of dipped his legs and they wouldn't push up. So he gets credit for 185 kilograms and 10 points. Alexei Novikov went 11th in the order at 170 kilogram opener. Smooth and efficient and no time wasted through the entire movement. Not as fast as Gensch, but pretty close to it. He was pretty fast there. So 10 points being split among the two Ukrainians, or between the two Ukrainians, which is really cool to see. They both get credit for 185 kilograms. He went 18th in the order again for that 185. He came up out of his dip and stalled. Like, he didn't use the dip progress to do the push press, so he ended up kind of strict pressing 185, which was crazy. And he still gets it. Like, this guy's got incredible determination, and that's why I'm such a big fan. And I never saw him attempt 200, so he got credit for 185, and I never saw him attempt 200, so I don't know what happened there. They kind of moved on to the guys that went up to the higher weights and never said what happened to Alexei, unless I missed it. I was having to rewind a bit, so maybe I missed it, but didn't see why he didn't attempt 200. Maybe he just decided not to. And then 12 points, no surprise, goes to Luke Stoltman. So he went 20th in the order, waited to go to 20th at 185 kilograms. I was confused about why the champ isn't last first, but then remember, there's two guest lifters, which I'll talk about in a second. And Bibby's actually the record holder after all. So in this particular event, Bibby should go last. Luke wearing sunglasses, and Bobby Thompson did the same. And I said here, wow, that press was incredibly fast and explosive, like someone pulled it from above. The 170, or the 185, sorry, looked like nothing for Luke Stoltman. He goes again 24th in the order at 200 kilograms, taking his time, approaching the log, still looked very easy. He clearly has 218 in the tank, I think, at this point, so let's see. He went 27th in the order with the 218 kilogram, which is the American record. It would be an American record. He's not American, so he wouldn't get credit for an American record, but that's why they picked that weight. A little bit of effort with it fighting back at the top, but he gets the lockout, not much of an issue. Then he goes 29th in the order at a world record attempt at 230 kilograms, one try. no go. The clean was good, but only pressed it about 3 inches off his chest, just could not get it. So that being said, let's take a look at what the guest lifters did and whether a world record was set, and I won't bury the lead. It was not. No new world record today. So we had Bobby Thompson first, and Bobby Thompson went 19th in the order at 185 kilograms. The first athlete I saw with sunglasses, maybe due to the Giants Live lighting situation in some of their shows last year. He was being proactive. Nice, smooth, clean, and press with no issues at 185. Then he went 23rd in the order at 200 kilograms. Had to fight at the top, but he got it. Kaz says he can break the 218 kilogram American record, no problem. I didn't see it like that. I didn't think he had that much left in the tank. And, everybody decides to skip 210, the guys that are left, and go right to 218. And as I had thought, Bobby having problems even locking out the clean there. He couldn't even get the clean quite set correctly. 3 tries, and then he grabs his right quad afterwards, so hopefully he's okay. He's not doing the whole show. So whatever, rehab or recovery he'll need, hopefully he has, plenty of time to do that. Hopefully he will be okay, though. And then Iron Bibby, so he decided to open at 200 kilograms, which was crazy. He went 25th in the order. It was very easy for him. He could have repped this for multiple reps. It's funny, the clean was slower for him. Not slow, but slower, and the press was the easy part. Most people, don't do... It's a bit of the opposite. But he went 28th in the order again at the 218 kilogram weight after sort of praying to the heavens and gathering his power. And not nearly as easy looking as the 200 kilogram, despite what the commentators were saying. They were kind of playing up how easy it looked. And I saw a little bit of fight there, but well controlled nonetheless. He had to try hard at the top, though. And then he went 30th in the order at 230 kilograms, trying to get a world record. As I said here, I didn't think he'd have enough based on his last press to get this. It was kind of similar to last year what happened. So he had it right there, but walking around a bit and couldn't quite coordinate the lockout with stationary feet to get a good down signal and did not get it. And then when it came down, he was grabbing the left part of his chest and interviewed afterwards. As he walked away to be interviewed, it's funny, the crowd went dead. You would think they'd cheer for him, but I think they were confused as to what happened, perhaps. And during the interview, he said he has a nagging injury he's had, and he felt it tearing, so he didn't try again or anything like that. But like I said, he was right there. He just couldn't get the lockout to coordinate with the stopping of walking around, and that's that. So probably one day when he's, at full power, no injuries, I would say Iron Bibby takes this record. But as of today, you have to, even though there isn't a record broken, you have to pronounce a max log press champion for the year, and they both got it. Luke Stoltman and Iron Bibby are proclaimed co-champions for the Log Lift Challenge for this year. So that's how the Max Log shook out at Europe's Strongest Man 2022. Let's have a look at the deadlift ladder.